So I've got the two little nuts out here, little Allen pieces here. They're quite a short little thread on them, whether you can see that or not. So they're quite a short little thread, and very tight as well. So at the factory, obviously they've tightened those up, so they were quite tight. But yeah, come out fairly straightforward. So let's now see if we can't go to part 2 of this, which is to slide out the mechanism, each of these lower feet, and then we should be able to slip in the other one. So let's see how we go with that. Well, that's fairly straightforward. As you can see, they just slip straight out. So each one of those slip straight out, like that. Easy peasy. And I think what we do is we just slip these ones back into their place. And that's in there. And the same thing with this one here. And you can see that the bolt line lines up beautifully. And as you can see now, we've got a wonderful looking Cessna style rudder pedal. And then simply reattach the bolt. I'll call it the bolt, but the Allen key, you get the idea. Allen key, Allen bolt with the Allen key on the front of it. Yeah, not the best tool, to be honest, to do this, but just give that a nice tighten there. And the same thing over on this side. Problem with this one here is because it's so short, you don't have a lot of, you can't turn it by hand very well. So a little bit of a design flaw there. It's very hard. See, I can't get that. Normally you'd start it off by hand, so that's a bit awkward, but it's not a train smash. It's going in fairly easily. Get that tighten there. Beautiful. And here we go. And yeah, toe brakes working and all working through there. So that's it. So now we've changed them over to the Cessna style pedal. Bit of a side versus side, well, not side versus side, but the old and the new. So here's my existing ProFlight Saitek rudder pedals. And you know, that's got such more of a center detent point than what these ones have, which is the first observation. I'm sure I'm going to feel that positively in the sim. But you can also see, you know, slightly wider on the Saitek as opposed to what I'm about to have. So, but you know, I could adjust this one out as we talked about before. But yeah, you get a bit of an idea of the feel for the difference, you know, in the relative size. These are certainly a longer unit. You know, in terms of that dimension there over what these ones are, but certainly this looks like a much better upgrade, and I'm pretty excited about getting this one into the sim and seeing how it performs once we tune it in. So there we go, out with the old, in with the new. But you do have adjustability in terms of what you want to do this way, which is really cool. That's fairly straightforward. Underneath the unit is, sorry, if I turn that around like that, you have these little clickers here. So if you were looking at it from the other side, you'll literally be pushing those down, and then you can pull this out, see that, and in. So let's just do that from the other side, and straightforward there, you literally underneath, and you can pull that out, and there's hole points each side, so it's probably about a 10mm increment. Looks like about 10mm or just under, that you can increment out. So you can go as wide as that, or as narrow as that. I've kept it pretty narrow because that's generally where I like it to be anyway for myself, so I've sort of kept it in the narrowest position, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, great little feature there, and well done Turtle Beach for that one. Anyway, we're off to the sim now and load it up and see how it looks.